Hello, and welcome back to another video. Alright, so I got my new plates, as you can see from the last episode. Things did not go too well, so this time I got a 3-part plan to make sure things go better. Last time the plates weren't perfectly flat. This time I'm going to plane it flat with this orbital sander. Step 2 is to hold the plates inside of vise. This squeezes them together more, reducing the gaps, and also keeps them straight. Step 3 is to add some refractory bricks, shrink the heating area, and get things nice and toasty. I've got my Tim Hortons cup of borax that helps prevent oxidation, and I had some at the start, but I'm going to add extra just to be more and more safe. You can see me pouring borax on the side here. This should melt into the cracks and prevent any scale forming in the middle. I'm hoping too that this orange flame flicking out is actually a good sign. That means that not all of the propane was burnt, which means we're oxygen lean. So that means there's no real amount of oxygen left in the forge, which means less oxidation in there. Hopefully. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's what I think it means. Here it goes. So after cleaning it up, it is better than I thought before I cut it open, but worse than I thought when I first cut it open. You can see there are some hairline cracks that going down the whole thing, but luckily it's all kind of part of the plan. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. The whole point of this thing is one that is not structural, so even if it's not very strong at all, as long as it sticks together, I really don't care all that much. Point number 2 is that this is not going to stay a square. This is going to be an octagon. I'm cutting these corners off, which, as you can see, is generally the worst part for the hairline cracks. And I'm also going to put a bevel on this, so the top 2 cracks are also going to disappear in the middle. And we're going to be left with more solid middle sections of this piece of metal. Now we take a trip back in time to when I started making the guard. There are many hours of me edited out just sanding metal. You're welcome. Alright, I got my beaut of a draw knife, but seems to work. So, I also got this dead ash branch, and yeah, I'm gonna go to town and make a handle for my sword. I've now created one handle and about 692 wood chips. Welcome to Inside. Happy Canada Day. Let's start drilling. After narrowly missing a giant flood, we're back to work. At this point you could call it done, or what you could do is add some design, heraldry, and a bit of color and make it even better. Well, I'm done carving out stuff. I think it turned out better and worse in lots of cases. I really like the llama. I think the handle turned out pretty good. This side's the best. This side's a bit worse, but still pretty good. And then this side of the pommel is like hot garbage. But I'm still glad I did it. I think it's better to take a risk than to just leave it bare and boring. But now comes the fun part. This is a charcoal barbecue starter, and I think it should get hot enough to basically anodize some of this into cool colors. It in fact did not get hot enough to anodize into some cool colors. There we have it. We got the guard, we got the pommel, we got a roughed-in wood version of the grip. So all the blacksmithing is done now. All we got next to do is a little bit of leather work. So we'll see you next time.